I really believe that Errol Spence should move on from this last fight, maybe take a year off.
This is Jonathan Agger of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Manny Robles here in Manchester. Manny, first of all, how you doing? How's Manchester treating you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Manchester's been great so far.
Good to hear. Obviously, you're here for Michaela Mayer this Saturday night. Talk to me about her move up in weight and how you think she's going to fare.
Well, she's filling up the weight quite nicely. We just have to wait and see on her performance come Saturday night and see how she performs in this new weight class. Hey, listen, it's different when you're up there and you're fighting at a new weight class, so this is a big test for her, for sure.
And how do you think the main event's going to go? I mean, people in England are looking at it saying, well, Smith did that in the first fight, what can Eubank realistically do differently? But how do you see it going, and what does Bomac add?
I like Liam. Liam's a good friend of mine. Him and the family, they're great people, great fighter, great human being, great person overall. And I expect to see the same thing. I don't expect anything different. Hopefully it's a good fight. Hopefully it'll last longer. But I see Liam Smith winning all over again.
And if he does win, where does he go? Does he get a world title shot? Is there Conor Ben maybe?
I think he should. He deserves it. You know what I mean? After his last performance, honestly, in most cases, you wouldn't see a rematch. You know, after a knockout such as the one that occurred in their last fight. But we're gonna have a rematch again, and hopefully it's a good fight. Hopefully it's better than the first one.
Brian McIntyre told us yesterday that Spence has activated his rematch clause to fight Terence Crawford again. What's your reaction to that?
Same thing all over again, brother. I mean, listen, man. I really believe that Errol Spence should move on from this last fight. Maybe take a year off, get some time off, let him heal his wounds, and maybe get a couple of tune-up fights, and then possibly aim for another title opportunity. But I don't think it makes any sense for Errol Spence to try to go back there and fight Terence Crawford all over again. We're gonna have the same result. I don't see anything different.
Canelo says if he beats Charlo September 3rd, he's willing to fight Crawford at 168. What would you think of that fight?
I think Crawford should stay at 147 and defend them titles at 147. I think he's asking for too much, moving all the way up to super middleweight. I don't see Canelo moving down to middleweight, or I just don't see that happening. I like Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford's definitely a great fighter, but he's gotta stay at 147. Maybe we'll move to 154 and win the title at 154. But I would stay away from Canelo. The weight difference is just too much.
And how do you think he's going to fare against Jermell Charlo?
Very well. I think he's gonna. Again, being the bigger fighter of the two, I think Canelo's found his. Canelo, I believe, has found the right weight, being at super middleweight. I just believe that Canelo just I think he's looked his best at super middleweight. You know what I mean? I don't think he should move up to light heavyweight or move down to middleweight and just stick to super middleweight, defend them titles, and maybe after Charlo, maybe Benavidez. That would be a great fight. I see more potential in that fight, being a great fight, that is, than fighting Charlo in this case, or even Crawford.
I got to ask you about the heavyweights. We saw Alexander Usyk beat Daniel Dubois. There's been a lot of controversy and things being said. What did you make of it all?
I mean, Usyk is a great fighter, man. He's definitely one of the best heavyweights in the world. Between him and Tyson Fury, I think they're the two best heavyweights in boxing today. And I want to see that. I would love to see a fight between Fury and Usyk. I mean, what can I say? Was it a low blow? It was borderline, but maybe not necessarily. But hey, listen, he sold it to the ref, and the referee bought it, and what are you going to do?
And I've got to ask you about Andy Ruiz. Obviously, there was talk about a fight against Deontay Wilder. That fight doesn't seem to be happening right now. Andy said there wasn't enough money or whatever else. If you were with Andy right now, would you be saying to take the fight?
I'm nobody to ask Andy or tell Andy what to do. That's up to his management. You know, coach is coach. You know, all I can do is get him ready. If I was there, well, all I could do is get him ready for his fights, really, and train him. But make them those type of moves. It's not really. It isn't up to me. I mean, I don't know what the offer was, but I mean, if there's nothing else on the table, then you take it. That's what I would say.
Just finally, Anthony Joshua, you know, they've been saying that he's going to fight Deontay Wilder in January. What chance do you give him in that fight?
I give him a good chance, man. I'm a big fan of Anthony Joshua. Joshua's a good fighter. He's proven to be a good boxer, and if he fights the right fight, you know, I'm sure he'll come in with the right game plan, and then that'll be the box. It's that simple, and if he does, I believe he'll come out on top.
Manny Robles, thanks for talking to Pro Boxing fans, and enjoy your time in Manchester.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.